I really got to buy a gimbal. Is anybody behind us? We good? Anybody behind us? Dude, this road has not been used in a long time. I wonder how deep this water is. I might not be walking through this.
I think right after when they got rid of the carousel, they turned them off.
Hi everybody, welcome back to West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. This is December 28th, 2018, when this video was filmed. This is my fourth trip to Century 3 Mall, and what we're going to do in this video is we're just going to have a chat. So if this is something that does not interest you audio-wise, feel free to mute the video and continue to watch in silence. So the Century 3 Mall, as we all know, is on its last legs. To be honest with you, I really can't even believe that this property is still open to this day. I love this place. I love coming down. It's about a 4-hour drive for me, but it is so worth it. And this mall is a big part of the reason why I love exploring abandoned malls, dead malls. And you know, for the 3 years that I've had this channel, I've always tried to pinpoint an exact reason why I do this, and I never have fully been able to. Psychologically, there's something about these malls that is just immensely attractive in a kind of weird way. You know, as you can see as I'm walking through this property, I mean, there is nobody in here. And again, that's why I said that it is unbelievable that this place is even open. You know, there's something about a lawlessness to it in the sense that, you know, we're not breaking any laws by walking through a mall per se, but it's just an overwhelming feeling of a kind of a false sense of control. It's an experience. It's the smells. It's the lack of sounds. It's just the overall behemoth structure and overpoweringness of the tall concrete columns, and just a reminder of a time that is no longer, you know, prevalent in our society. You know, these malls across the United States are dying left and right, and this place is probably, you know, other than maybe, let's say, the Forest Fair Mall in Cincinnati, this is probably, you know, the most prime example of just an unbelievable fall from grace for a structure. This place, as many of you know, and any of you that are local, and if you're not local, this place was hopping back in the day. I mean, from events to just, you know, people coming from out of town to come to this property, and just a magnificent lure of lights and sculptures and, you know, events and places to eat, and just the way this place looks and everything about it. Now, the version you're seeing now has been dumbed down dramatically. A lot of the aesthetic features are gone, but thankfully, the core structure of this mall still remains largely intact. They have not really modified anything in that respect, other than, you know, to wall off the wing that's, you know, the hidden wing, as I called it, that I got into a couple years ago. This property has seen a handful of uses over the years. There was a movie called She's Not That Into You, I believe, in the early 2000s that was filmed in here. They recently were filming for the Netflix series Mindhunter in here. So, it's had other uses, but obviously its primary destination is, what's left of a shopping mall. I was down here, like I said, right after Christmas time with my buddy Brandon, and we just walked around in here for about 5 or 6 hours. And, it's amazing to me that we were able to stay in this place till almost 10 p.m. We were walking around inside, and it's just amazing the lack of detail that, this kind of a place can stay open and just be that freely accessible. And, I don't know what the future is going to hold for this property. I really just have no idea. They keep Moonbeam Properties, the by far worst company to manage a shopping mall. Keeps putting off these sheriff sales and just keeps prolonging the eventual death of this property. And I don't understand how a company that operates that way in so many places and has so many malls that are struggling so badly, I don't understand how they can remain a viable company for so long. It's kind of like they're kind of like their own version of a retail anchor, like a Sears or something like that, where you just don't know how they're staying in business. Now, admittedly, I don't know if Moonbeam dabbles in other properties just than mall properties. I know that the malls take up a big portion of their portfolio, but I assume there could be some other viable assets that allows them to have this false expectation that these properties can succeed when obviously, point in case right here, that's not the case, for lack of a better definition. And like I said, we don't know what's going to happen to this place. Like I said, I know this is the 4th time I've been here, and I don't come here because I don't have content. I don't come here because I'm trying to be repetitive. I come here just because I like to think that you guys enjoy updated looks at this property, and I love coming to this property to film it and update it. And obviously, as it has become more dead, it's easier to film inside of here, and that's always nice, to not have the problems. Now, technically, the area that I'm walking through right now, they have that gate up, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not really concerned with that. I'm not doing anything. I'm not damaging anything. I just walked behind a gate. There's nobody here to even stop you anyway. So, and I know that they're actually, I heard through a friend that they are actually starting to construct a wall down by the comic book store. So I don't know if they are gradually going to try and wall off the whole Sears wing. It's funny how they don't have money to keep the mall, afloat, but they can waste money on these stupid walls and whatnot. And they waste money on, trying to like dress the storefronts up so they don't look crazy. Or I know that up on the upper level in the one area, I don't remember if I show it or not in the video here, the former structure store, which is kind of like an express. The water damage, you can see it here up on the right hand here where those columns are. The water damage is just immense. And another thing that was fascinating, and some people are going to say, you probably shouldn't talk about this, because you don't want people knowing about it, but, it is what it is. The door to the former Macy's was wide open. Now, there is tons of LED lighting in there, so it's lit up like a Christmas tree, but that just goes back to my point about just the lack of care for this place, how you can have a major anchor, empty anchor in a mall that's still active, just open and accessible like that. Now, fortunately, I am among the few dead mall, people, urban explorers, just in general as a category, who have no ill intentions of this place. I just document these places, but you got to think the less desirables are gonna discover that this place is becoming pretty much abandoned. Like I said, there really is no reason for this mall to be open anymore. I know that Life Uniform just left, and I believe we're down into single digits with stores left. So you gotta think that it's a matter of time. If this place makes it to the holiday season in 2019, I will be drastically shocked. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't. This production is not overly, produced. It's just other than adding in the clip from the Pittsburgh Dad channel on YouTube, where he was in here just 3 short years ago, and you saw just how much of a difference the mall has endured in those 4 years. This is just a raw walkthrough and an updated look at how the mall looks. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit, and in all honesty, I'm probably going to go back again, in a few months here, because Please make sure you are following me on Instagram at AcesAdventures1. Please give me a follow and a like. If you are a subscriber, please make sure that you hit that notification bell today. That way you know when I get new videos uploaded. YouTube is kind of squirrely right now. And if you are not a subscriber, please make sure you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have new content out. And last but not least, please consider becoming a Patreon donor to help keep the channel moving forward. 100% of contributions go strictly towards gas, fuel, lodging. And that is at patreon.com/acesadventures. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back soon more from the Dead Mall Kings right here at Aces Adventures.
Hello?
just something goofy, but still.
That's old.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at.
That's cool.
Okay, it's a dead end. What?